In the day's other news, President and Mrs. Obama released their federal tax return for this past year. They paid $81,000 in taxes on income of $436,000. The couple donated 15% of what they made to charity. Lawmakers in Brazil began debate today on whether to impeach President Dilma Rousseff. She's accused of corruption in a political drama that has all but paralyzed the country. Impeachment proponents argued today that Rousseff's political maneuvering has led to Brazil's high inflation and currency devaluations.
Which is the most serious crime? A crime where a president puts in her pocket a sum of money? Or that president which, due to the hunger for power, in search of maintaining power, sees no limits in destroying the Brazilian economy?
The impeachment charges allege that Rousseff doctored her government's financial accounting to win public support. But defenders, including former President Lula da Silva, insisted today she has done nothing wrong.
I am convinced that the impeachment will not be approved. To topple a government that was democratically elected without any proof of any fiscal crime is not going to fix anything. All it will do is make the crisis even worse. Nobody will be able to govern a country with 200 million people without being legitimized by the popular vote.
The House vote there is slated for Sunday. If it passes, the Brazilian Senate would decide whether to hold a trial of Rousseff. North Korea tried today to launch a mid-range missile, one with a capacity to reach U.S. bases in Japan and Guam, but it blew up. The Pentagon called it a catastrophic failure. The missile test came as the North celebrated the birthday of the late Kim Il-sung, founder of the communist state. His grandson, Kim Jong-un, is the current leader of North Korea. A powerful new earthquake has hit southern Japan on the heels of one that killed 9 people Thursday night. There were no immediate reports of casualties this time. NHK television showed the moment the shaking began early Saturday morning and triggered a tsunami advisory. The alert was later lifted, but the quake did leave collapsed buildings and cracked roads. 150 countries geared up today for a final push to eliminate polio around the world. The effort begins Sunday, and the World Health Organization says it is possible to stop all transmission of the crippling disease within a year. To do that, the campaign will target the last few areas of risk.
You know, the virus travels without any barrier. So if we do not eradicate the virus, if we don't get rid of it, we will quite rapidly go back to the situation we had before we started the eradication program. And we could have, you know, hundreds of thousands of cases of paralytic disease in the world.
There have been only 12 cases of polio reported worldwide this year in Afghanistan and Pakistan. Islamist militants there have attacked immunization teams, accusing them of being Western spies. Back in this country, the governor of Mississippi signed a law permitting guns in churches. A holstered gun sat on top of a Bible as Governor Phil Bryant held the signing ceremony. Designated church members may be trained to provide armed security for their congregations. President Obama announced today that he will support giving cable TV customers more choices on cable boxes. As it is, most people lease the boxes from a cable company. The Federal Communications Commission wants to let them buy elsewhere and possibly get a better price. The president also today ordered up a report on increasing competition in the industry. On Wall Street today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average lost about 29 points to close at 17,897. The Nasdaq fell 7, and the S&P 500 slid 2. For the week, all 3 indexes added nearly 2%. And it is must-see TV in Norway for those seeking relief from fast-paced daily life. On May 20th, public broadcaster NRK will televise the world's strongest tidal current for 12 hours, live and uninterrupted. It is a strait just north of the Arctic Circle, where seawater flows at 25 miles an hour. Previous shows included footage of a train ride, a canal cruise, and a knitting tutorial, and all were viewer hits. Maybe we should try those in the United States.